My name is Kaz, and I wrote the play that you're about to see. I just have a few housekeeping things to go over before we begin the show. First off, please take this moment to silence your cell phones, obviously. In case of emergency, please exit calmly through the doors that you entered through. The show runs at about 80 minutes with no intermission. Also, I want to mention, I know this is the free play festival, but any donations you can offer makes a big difference to us. If you enjoy the show, please, at the end, consider donating either here or virtually on Playground's website. Proceeds all go to Playground and the actors in the show. And if you can't donate, just please spread the word. We're only performing this weekend, and we love to have as many folks see the show as possible. Now, I also want to say, I want you all to be aware that this show contains discussions related to trauma, suicide, addiction, sexual assault, partner abuse, and parental neglect. Now let's all take a breath. Don't worry, none of these triggers are explicitly performed on stage, but if you're struggling with the content, please take care of yourselves. I won't be offended if you need to take a step outside to center yourself. We also have a list of numbers and resources you can reach out to in the lobby, right outside the door here on the left side on the corkboard. And also on our virtual program if you need more support. And finally, I just want to give you all permission to react however your body is feeling in the moment. If you want to laugh, laugh as loud as you want. If you want to clap, clap. If you're in slam poetry, you want to snap along, you can snap, stomp your feet. Whatever feels right to you, you are welcome to be as loud as you want. I'm also an actor, and I just want to say they love it. They really love it. And the more energy you give them, the more energy that they'll give out to you, and the better show you're going to have.
Yes.
Does that all sound good to y'all?
Yes.
All right. So without much further ado, let's all stare into the void.
Are you done setting up that telescope yet?
No.
Bridge, I'm bored.
Why don't you just go join Luna at the lake?
I'm too full from dinner. You have to roll me there.
Okay, play solitaire or something.
Look, we only have Uno cards.
Get creative.
Meteors in the sky, and the world is nigh. Take a look, it's in a book. Revelation.
Sunni, it stopped being funny the first 5 times.
What the hell's going on? Is someone's kid missing or something?
No, it's a tradition they have here. It's all fine. Richie!
Okay, weird tradition.
Go practice what you're gonna say to Luna, why don't you?
Yeah, about that. I don't think we should go through with it.
And why not?
I think it's a bad idea. I think something's gonna go wrong.
It's gonna be fine, okay? I did so much research, and we prepped a lot.
No, I wasn't exactly receptive when you first talked to me about my issues.
You still got help, didn't you?
I know I did, but...
Wait, she's coming.
Richie.
I was in the middle of my meditation and I heard people screaming. What's going on?
It's fine, it's fine. It's just sort of like a thing that they do here. You yell, Richie, out into the night, and when you hear other campers yell it, you yell it back to them, and it builds community, or whatever. Richie!
Okay. But why?
Yeah, who is Richie?
Okay. So there's a lot of theories. Some people think that he's a guy that used to go campsite to campsite selling snacks. Other people think that he's a kid that got lost in the forest years back. And other people think that he drowned in the lake, and by yelling his name out, we're guiding his soul back to the world of the living. When my parents told me about it, they were already doing it when they were kids, so if he's a real person, he's probably decrepit by now.
Oh, wait. Ooh, are there any stories where he was just like a mass murderer with like a hook?
Why would you want to call a mass murderer to your campsite?
It could be like a Beetlejuice thing. Like maybe he had super.
He is not a mass murderer, okay? My money's on Kid in the Forest. Poor Richie Nutting probably got lost 50 years ago.
I'm sorry. Wait. What was his full name?
Richie Nutting?
You're kidding.
What? What's so funny?
Really? Richard Nutting.
Spelling out the name is not helping me in this instance.
Dick Nutting?
Oh, Christ.
Your parents were just fucking with you.
Do you think his spirit actually haunts the campground? We could have a seance.
No.
Absolutely not.
Why not?
Because
Ghosts are
real.
No, they're
not.
Sunny, there's literally no evidence to prove that ghosts exist.
Yeah, ghosts exist.
What? When?
It happened when I was 16. I woke up in the middle of the night and I saw this shadow man just hanging out in my room, staring at me. Oh, it's creepy.
Are you sure it wasn't just like an elongated shadow of your dad or something?
No, I could hear my dad snoring across the hall, and like this shadow man, he fucking had red eyes. He was just like he moved really weird, almost like fluid, and then he waved his hand at me. I knew I saw it.
Oh god. Did it like try to talk to you? Or?
I don't know. I turned over and fell back asleep.
I'm sorry. A sentient shadow with glowing red eyes waves at you, and you go back to sleep.
Yeah, I had a math test in the morning. I didn't want to deal with that.
That's so sad.
Are you sure you weren't dreaming or, I don't know, drunk?
Excuse me, first of all, I hadn't started drinking yet, and I knew it wasn't a dream. I just know, like, I know in my gut that this thing wasn't human or alive or whatever, but I mean, I know my gut isn't great at digesting cheese, but it knows when shit is off. Shit was off. It's a ghost.
Sleep paralysis. Now, it could have been that. People see a lot of weird shit during that.
Why can't you believe me? I saw a ghost. It was real, like.
I'm sorry. I can't change my mind without evidence.
Hey, guys,
Hey, I believe you, Sunny. There are a lot of things in the universe that we're incapable of understanding.
Thanks, Luna. I still don't want to do a seance, though. I mean, I've heard too many horror stories about Ouija boards, and I don't want to stir up some demonic shit.
I don't think that a piece of cardboard you can buy from Walmart's gonna summon anything from anywhere, alright? And besides, Richie Nutting didn't even exist. Calling him out wouldn't be worth the effort.
You could call me. I guess we could call Jenn.
Oh. Uh-oh. You made Bridgette mad.
It took me a long time to get over what happened with her, and I don't want to dredge that shit up right now. I just want a relaxing weekend with my friends.
Okay. I'm sorry I brought it up. We can drop it.
You made things awkward now. They probably regret asking you to come here with them. Now they won't talk to you for the rest of the trip. You'll have nothing to do and no distractions but to think about me. Oh, Bridge, why didn't you bring Tanya along, by the way?
Oh, you know, she was busy, and I don't know. It feels kind of weird, you know, bringing my partner while you guys are still single.
She's basically one of us at this point.
Oh, and if you and Tanya wanted to make out, and Moon and I...
I'm not gonna make out with you, Sunny.
No, you're like a sister to me. I was gonna say we could keep each other company.
Wow. Do you think everybody wants to make out with you?
I just wanted to keep you guys to myself this weekend. You know, it's been a while since it's just us.
That's fair. I feel like partners tend to shift the vibe when they come with.
Well, I want to point out that I am hardly single right now. I am seeing a couple of somebodies right now.
Do tell.
Oh, Sunny's dating again? I guess that means that you're going to be the only single person in the group soon. I mean, I'd probably call what we were doing dating, and you and Sasha like hated each other by the end. You're so behind. At this rate, you're probably going to die alone because you hurt everyone that gets close to you. Bridge and Sunny are both going to forget about you.
Awesome compatibility. Luna.
Earth to Luna. You there?
Oh, sorry. What?
I met this couple that I'm seeing on this astrology dating app. I think you love it.
I don't think dating apps are for me, or dating generally.
Oh, come on. I know things ended poorly with Sasha, but you're not planning on being a nun, are you?
It's not because of Sasha, it's just, I don't know. Do you two ever feel like scared to date people?
It depends. Whenever I'm dating men, like, I'm kind of nervous a little bit, but I do have a system. So I have a hard stop time on the first date, right? Secondly, I tell someone where I go so I don't get kidnapped. And third, I only date bisexual men so that I know they're okay with me being non-binary.
Not interested in dating men, so I'm not worried about all that.
That's fair. I don't think I'm worried about dating women or non-binary folks, though.
What about turfs?
Oh, fuck turfs.
I'm not scared of TERFs either. I'd probably call them out on their transphobic bullshit before the first date anyway.
What are you worried about then?
I guess, I'm worried about being judged. Like, if I let someone see every part of me, they're gonna hate what they see. I think that's why I like dogs so much. They love you no matter how awful of a person you are.
Awful? Luna, I don't think you're awful.
Yeah, we wouldn't hang out with you if we didn't like you.
I don't want to talk about it.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I wish I could have brought my dogs here.
Oh, yeah, sorry, they don't allow them on the campgrounds.
Aren't you tired of cleaning dog shit at your job anyway?
Yeah, but I might be able to relax more if I knew my parents actually took care of them.
Wait, sorry, don't they technically own those dogs?
Yeah, but ever since I moved back in, they expect me to do everything for them. They even make me do all of their chores.
Fuck, they shouldn't keep treating you like a kid.
It's like they think I'm home for summer break and I've got nothing better to do. But I work full time just like them.
Yeah, you're not their personal housekeeper. Just tell them it bothers you though.
You should be grateful your parents like you. It's more than you deserve. We live together. It would be awkward if I had a confrontation.
Well, Bridgette and I have confrontations all the time.
Okay. Personally, I don't think reminding you to clean your dishes is a confrontation.
All criticism sounds like yelling to me.
Me too.
Issues fester if you don't deal with them directly. All right? They turn into passive aggression and resentment. It's like mold growing on a sink full of dirty dishes.
Oh my god, Bridgette, that was one time and I was really depressed.
I don't know. I feel like that only really works if the other person listens. But whenever I bring up an issue with my parents, they don't really care. Like, when I ask them to knock before coming into my room, they always say, well, I pay the mortgage here and you don't, so this is actually my room and I can come and go as I please.
Well, that's kind of abusive.
What? No, it's not. They're just being annoying parents.
They're asserting their power over you in a way that's harmful.
I get to stay there rent-free. I don't think I'd call that harmful.
Luna, they're not respecting your boundaries and they're using you for free labor.
I love my parents. They can't be abusive. They've always taken care of me.
Okay, taking care of you is like bare minimum for parents.
Well, it's not like they hit me.
Luna, you know there's more kinds of abuse than physical.
Well, it doesn't matter. I'm saving up to move out anyway.
You've been saying that for like 3 years now. Do you need us to help you find low-income housing?
Why would I bother doing that when I'm already living rent-free?
So that you can feel safe They don't respect you. How can you stand to live like that?
I mostly get high every night to relax. I can't go one night without smoking or else all the self-hating thoughts take over.
That is a good point. I've been meaning to talk to you about it.
Bridgette, is the telescope ready yet?
Yeah, sure. It's pointed at Saturn.
Alright. Ooh, wow. Oh my god, look at those rings. So sexy. I want to fuck those rings.
You would
Christ
set it to Saturn since you're a Capricorn.
Wait, what does that have to do with literally?
Capricorn is ruled by Saturn.
Or it's the closest planet, and I think it's pretty.
When's the meteor shower happening?
30 minutes to an hour.
Bridge, what did you want to talk to me about?
It's actually about
Rich!
you.
Ridge, hey, I want to learn about the constellations.
Yeah, I would love to learn about them too.
Sure.
Great, okay, okay, let's start. I want to learn about all of them. Let's see. The Big Dipper, the Little Dipper, the Ursa Major, and the Ursa
Those
Minor.
are the same thing.
Huh?
Little Dipper's Ursa Minor, Big Dipper's Ursa Major. They're the same constellation. Though technically speaking, Big Dipper isn't actually a constellation, it's a small part of a grander
Are there
constellation.
any zodiac signs out tonight?
Yes, I can see Sagittarius.
Is where the party's at.
Yeah, it's that weird shaped one over there.
Where?
There.
Where?
Over. You know what? Throw me my laser pointer. Up a little bit.
Where is it?
There you go.
Ah. Good spot.
There.
Ah,
And then
fancy.
over there, that triangle shaped one,
Uh-huh.
that there is Capricorn.
Can you see Cancer?
No, I'm sorry, Luna.
That's not fair. You both have your signs out tonight.
But I can see Perseus over there.
Ooh, where's he?
He's that stick figure shaped one over there. He's actually where the meteors are supposed to be coming out of. That's why they're called the Perseids.
That's not the only thing coming out of it.
For once.
Hey, Rich, the only constellation I know is Orion, but I don't see it anywhere.
Okay, that is because Orion is a winter constellation. What you will find in the sky is Scorpio. You see, Scorpio and Orion were actually rivals in ancient Greek myth. It's actually very interesting.
Where's
Sorry,
Scorpio?
It's over there, that hook-shaped one.
Feels like Jen's here with us. Why do you keep bringing me up? Are you still not over me? I know I'm irresistible, but you sound obsessive. That you probably regret. I'm just gonna come here and be your annoying.
I miss Jen's baking. If she was here, she would have baked us a bunch of cookies.
I bet if Jen was here, she probably would have had a skinny dip in the lake.
Isn't she afraid of fish touching her?
Oh yeah, I hate how slimy they are. Yeah, now that I think about it, she might not have wanted to come. She didn't really like being in nature much.
Yeah. Remember when she called cops on those turkeys?
Well, the bubble sounded really threatening. Do you remember that one crazy story where she hooked up with a guy while riding a motorcycle?
Right. Oh, remember the time when she fucked a girl behind a bush and swore Bigfoot walked by?
She was always so innocent and cutesy with strangers, but she was so unhinged with us.
Sometimes I think of her like this nasty old grandma who's just knitting in the corner and then comes out with a story about like a wild orgy.
She was kind of like our Betty White.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Betty White.
I thought I already said I didn't want to talk about it.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Oh yeah, Bridgette definitely hates you now. Hey Sunni, you wanna go smoke some weed?
I don't really feel like it tonight.
Really? You're always down to smoke.
I'm thinking I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'm gonna brush my teeth because if I wait for the meteors to arrive, it's just gonna be too late. I'm gonna be too sleepy.
Since when would you rather brush your teeth than smoke?
I'm a real adult now, Luna.
Sunny quit weed like 2 months ago.
What, seriously?
Yeah, not just weed, I quit everything.
Bridgette knew this before you. Sounds like they don't trust you enough to keep you in the loop.
Why is this the first time I'm hearing about this?
You're an expert at pushing people.
I just thought you would be upset.
It's just weed.
No, but remember the last time you told me that your favorite thing to do with me was smoke weed and shoot the shit? And I'm just worried that you won't want to be my friend anymore if I stop smoking weed, so I just...
Shit. No, Sunny. I'm sorry I made you feel that way. You are a lot more to me than someone to smoke weed with.
They'll never forgive you.
I forgive you.
They're probably lying.
Well, thanks, Luna. I really feel good that we talked about this, but I have to take a dump now.
Okay. See you later.
Okay.
Great. Now you're alone with the person who hates you the most on this trip. After yourself, of course. Let's see what else you'll say that will offend her.
Are you okay if I smoke for a bit while they're gone?
Oh, I prefer you didn't. I just don't like the smell.
Well, that didn't take long.
Is that why Sunny told you about this before me?
Possibly. I was just also very encouraging about it, you know?
Well, I need to do something to ease the anxiety a bit.
I'm anxious right now.
Because everyone thinks you're an annoying burden.
I don't know. I'm always anxious. That's why I smoke a lot of weed.
Well, is there anything I can do to help ease your anxiety?
Tarot usually calms me down.
Tarot's not logical enough for her.
I know you're not super into it though.
I mean, if a reading will help, I'll do it.
Okay. Let me grab my deck. Do you have a question?
Yeah, I have something in mind.
You want to tell me what it is?
Not right now.
I wonder if it's about you.
Okay, that's cool. How many cards do you want? 1, 3, 9?
3 sounds fine.
Okay, cool. I'll do a past, present, future reading. Let me know when to stop shuffling.
So how does this work anyway? Do you actually think it predicts the future or something?
I don't know. Sometimes I get cards that are like creepy accurate, but usually they just help me slow down and focus. Almost like no matter what card I get, they'll still help me figure out what's bothering me.
So you apply meaning as is pertinent to the moment.
Yeah, kind of.
Oh, it's kind of like therapy in that way.
Oh, I guess I wouldn't know about that.
Well, a therapist will sometimes bounce your ideas back to you, you know, and it helps you figure it out because all those crazy thoughts aren't stuck in your head.
Okay, I guess I could see that.
When did you get into all this woo-woo shit anyway?
Can you please not call it woo-woo? I really believe in all this. It's helped me a lot.
I'm sorry, genuinely. It's just, I don't know, jarring? Like, we used to make fun of this stuff, this woo shit, this stuff together. And now, I mean, a year ago we used to lie to astrology people about our birthdays just to fuck with them. And now it sounds like you're gonna lead a yoga class or something.
A lot's changed in a year. I used to tease Jenn for all of this, but now it makes me feel kind of connected with her, like I'm inside her head or something.
Maybe I would have trusted you more if you made fun of me less.
You can stop shuffling.
Okay. Past, present, future. Huh.
What? What does this mean?
Well, the past card is the 8 of Cups, which tends to be about abandonment and disappointment.
Something you know a lot about.
Cups, they represent love and emotions. You can see in the picture that the person is walking away from the cards, the cups that are piled up. So it's kind of about like turning your back on someone or something that you've invested a lot of feelings into. I see this card a lot for breakups of people who've been together for years.
Huh.
I wonder who she want to break up with.
And the present card is the Seven of Swords. That one tends to be about betrayal, deception, secrets, or generally being strategic about something. Like you might not be fully honest about something now so that you can get your way later.
That's interesting.
Betrayal? It's juicy.
And then the future card is the Star, which is great.
Oh yeah? What is that?
It means like hope, faith, renewal. Usually like you've been through some hard shit, but things are starting to look up. Like there's some hope in the darkness. So what I read in this entire spread is that you're looking to make some changes to your life based on disappointments in the past, but you'll be strategic about it and it will lead to a hopeful new future for you. Does that feel like it rings true for you at all?
I mean, yeah, actually. That was really helpful.
You're not thinking of breaking up with Tanya, are you? Because she is great for you. You're like my favorite couple. I don't know if she did anything wrong.
No. My question wasn't about Tanya.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
It was about you.
Called it!
Wait, what?
I'm worried about you.
Why?
Luna, some nights I don't sleep because I'm worried that you're gonna hurt yourself or worse.
You can't tell her the truth. Then she'll push more.
What? No, I wouldn't do that. I'm fine.
I think you need therapy.
Geez, therapy? What good is that going to do you? You're a lost cause.
Why would I go to therapy when I have you guys?
Sunny and I have got our own stuff, you know, and we're not trained the way the therapists are. I mean, we'd love to help you, but imagine if you came to us with something serious and we just couldn't help you, or what if we made it worse? And what if we had an issue with one of each other, you know? It's not exactly a healthy dynamic for us to complain about each other with each other.
Are you gossiping about me to your therapists?
What? No, that's not what I mean. Like, you remember with Jenn, she always used to
I should have
apologize.
known that something was up when I felt so anxious. I keep telling you I'm psychic. I knew something was up.
That could also be confirmation bias.
No, I'm too spiritual for therapy. It would only stifle me. I'm fine just how I am.
I don't know if I would call being anxious, even in a relaxing setting, just fine.
I can deal with this anxiety, okay? I have so many coping strategies.
Okay. Weed and astrology, not good coping strategies. They're avoidance strategies, you know? I'm totally fine if you smoke weed, but right now, it feels like you're just doing it to dissociate.
Okay, well, lots of people use weed to calm down. It's perfectly normal.
Lots of people use alcohol to calm down, but it ain't great for your liver.
Weed isn't nearly as bad as alcohol.
And cigarettes isn't nearly as bad as alcohol either, but being addicted to either of them is bad for you, you know?
Doctors, they prescribe it nowadays.
They used to prescribe cocaine.
You know that weed isn't cocaine, right?
And you know that alcohol isn't cigarettes. But again, it's all bad for you.
Okay, well, you can't even be addicted to weed. So.
Luna, you just said that you can't go one night without smoking. To me, that sounds like addiction.
Look, Bridge, I get that you don't want to do drugs because your parents are alcoholics, and that's fine. I don't judge you for that. But I would appreciate if you don't judge me for how I want to live my life either.
Therapy can help you find healthier coping strategies.
I don't need someone judging me every week. Apparently, you've already filled that position.
A therapist is literally trained not to judge you, Luna. They hear the craziest shit all the time.
Well, what do you call diagnosing people? Yeah, their job is to label people.
I've never had a therapist diagnose me on their own, okay? I've literally had to beg for every diagnosis that I've had. My therapist currently wouldn't even consider that I was trans when I was literally saying, man, I really wish I had boobs.
Okay, so they're just gonna string me along and milk me for my money without actually helping?
No, that's not what I'm trying to say here, Luna.
I don't want to be some loser wasting my time and seeing the same therapist for 20 years without having anything change.
You're not supposed to see the same therapist for 20 years, okay? Some people do, sure. I don't know their story, but personally, I feel like you go to therapy with a couple of goals in mind, you work on them, you fix them, and you move forward. If they're not helping you, then either their methods aren't working for you, or you just don't want to change.
Maybe I have nothing I want to change.
Maybe you're scared of it.
That's not true.
Luna, you've been working at Petco for 3 years saying that you've been wanting to quit. You haven't seen a single person since Sasha broke up with you. And you still live with your parents even though you're 30 and they treat you like
that's not fair. I told you, I'm saving up to move out.
Luna, I moved out of my parents' house with $12 in my bank account.
Well, I want to have some cushion to fall back on before I leave. My parents aren't homophobic like your parents. They're not kicking me out. It's not a desperate situation.
You hate living with your parents.
It's fine. It's free rent and free food. So what if I pay a little bit of an emotional tax?
But what about your mental health? Luna, you can make money back. You can't say the same thing about your well-being.
It's not that big a deal, okay? Being with my parents for a few more years isn't going to kill me.
Well, no, but... Okay. I have been doing a lot of reading lately, and I can't help but notice you in a lot of what I'm seeing.
What do you mean? What have you been reading?
Self-help books, therapy textbooks, psychology workbooks, and in everything that I've read, I think you might have PTSD.
You can't be serious. First, you think my parents are abusing me. Now you think I have PTSD?
They're a lot more common than you think.
I don't have PTSD. I'm really privileged, okay? It's not like I've ever been to war or anything.
Okay. PTSD can be caused by a lot more things than war, you know? It can be caused by something as simple as the death of a pet, as a car accident, as a breakup. I mean, I think all queer people naturally have PTSD just because of the way that we're treated in the world. I think that you, me, and Sunni, we all have pretty PTSD after what happened with Jenn.
I've had some experiences fuck me up, but it's not like I'm traumatized or anything.
I don't understand how something fucking you up isn't trauma.
I don't even have symptoms. Like, I'm not scared when I'm surprised or choking people in my sleep.
Are you quoting Grey's Anatomy?
And I don't even have any symptoms. Like, I don't get flashbacks. I know that I'm here in the present. It's not like I see Jen's ghost behind you or whatever. Hi.
Flashbacks is not about literally hallucinating a traumatic memory, okay? It's more like, something happens that just reminds your brain of a horrible thing that happened to you, and your brain just goes, fuck, it's all happening again, and you just shut down. Because your brain is flooded with all the shit that has ever happened to you, and you cry a lot. And PTSD can show up as a lot more things than just being jumpy, okay? It can show as perfectionism, as people-pleasing, as never speaking up for yourself, as regulating other people's emotions, as shame, as belittling.
Mean, regulating other people's emotions?
Okay. You know how sometimes when somebody gets upset, you feel like it's your responsibility to calm them down? Like with Jenn, she always used to over-apologize after an argument. Or with Sunni, they're always trying to make us laugh when they think that we're about to start fighting.
Well, I can tell what everyone in a room is feeling, but that's because I'm an empath.
Hyperempathy is also a sign of PTSD.
This is ridiculous. I was the victim here. Why would you have trauma?
All of these signs that you're talking about, they're all just learned behaviors that I've picked up, okay? It's not because I'm traumatized.
Luna, what do you think PTSD is? It's not a genetic disorder. It's all learned behavior.
Rich, why are you yelling at me? I don't want to go to therapy, so drop it.
Because if left untreated, PTSD can take on average 20 years off your life. I've already had one friend kill herself, and I'm not letting that happen again on my watch.
Oh my god, you're being so melodramatic, okay? I'm not gonna kill myself.
Not yet, at least.
Are you sure about that? Because you were just talking about how your mind is constantly wandering about how much it hates the world and yourself and being alive.
Okay, but everyone feels that way, right?
No, Luna, I love being alive.
Really? Well, what's your secret?
Therapy.
Say that.
Therapy can help you find kinder ways to talk to yourself, Luna. I haven't had a downward spiral in months.
I wouldn't call what I experience a downward spiral. It's more like one of those rides that spin so fast you stick to the walls.
What does that have to do with literally any... Jesus fucking Christ, do you know how frustrating this is? That I've had to figure out all of this shit for myself on my own, and now I have all of the answers and I'm hand guiding you directly where you need to go. And you're looking everywhere else but where I'm pointing you. I thought you respected my opinions, but you just dismiss it like all the woo shit you believe in, except I actually have evidence for what I have to say.
I already asked you not to call it woo-woo. How do you expect me to listen to you when you don't respect my choices?
Because your choices are killing you, Luna! I'm just trying to... I don't understand why you... Fuck it! You know what? I give up.
Hey, what's going on?
Fucking impossible.
Good job driving her away like you always do. I bet she's gonna tell Sunni how awful you are, and then they won't talk to you for the rest of the trip. And then I will have you all to myself.
Luna, are you okay?
Now what? Yeah, I'm fine. You were gone for a while.
Yeah, it's a combination of IBS and an intense skincare routine. Bridgette seemed like she was in a huff.
Yeah, she keeps nagging me to go to therapy. It's so annoying. She always thinks that just because something works for her, everyone should do it her way.
Well, I think her engineer brain makes her want to fix problems instead of listening to them. Sometimes she forgets that people aren't computers.
It's not like therapy works for everyone anyway. Like I can deal with stuff in my own way, like meditation or being with you guys. Not like I even have the time for therapy.
I mean, you know, therapy, it's only an hour a week. I'd probably spend more time on the toilet than that.
Not you two. What is this, an intervention?
Yeah, kind of is.
Oh.
Bridgette and I were gonna talk to you together, but I guess you jumped the gun.
Either way, you're not going to convince me to spend $200 an hour on someone.
I mean, if it's about the money, I know places where you can get sliding scale therapy.
Well, either way, they're only going to judge me and lock me up in a ward.
Luna, do you know that I actually spent about a month in a psych ward?
What? When?
It was after my breakup with Hunter.
Ugh, I always hated that guy.
It would have been nice if you told me that while I was dating him.
I did. You wouldn't listen, and then you cut me off for like a year.
Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry about that. Anyway, I mean, you really messed me up. After the breakup, I was just this empty, broken shell of myself, and I just was so alone, and I was so scared, and I just had come from an abusive relationship, and I was so scared that I was gonna hurt myself, and that's why I had to check myself in.
I'll put a curse on him if you want.
I'm good, thank you, though.
What was it like?
Well, it wasn't like a meditation retreat, but it wasn't one flew over the cuckoo's nest either. It was like a pause button that I needed to figure my shit out. You know, like I was surrounded by people who were also going through it. My days were really structured, and my doctors, they kept me accountable for taking care of myself. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's also not that scary. You know, like they wouldn't involuntarily hold you unless you're planning to kill yourself. Are you actively planning on hurting yourself?
Yes. No, but I can't help it if the thoughts pop into my head sometimes.
Yeah. Well, I tell my therapist that I get suicidal thoughts sometimes, but she doesn't call the cops on me. It's unfortunately kind of normal. It's not like they call the cops every time you have a passing thought of killing yourself.
Well, how am I supposed to trust some stranger who has that much power over me?
Well, you don't have to stay with a therapist if you don't trust them. I mean, you're the one with the tarot cards. Your intuition is probably stronger than you think.
I don't know about that. I've misread people before.
I knew it. I told Rich this was a bad idea, and I said that you were gonna feel attacked.
I don't feel attacked.
Sure. Be defensive about feeling attacked. That will help your case.
Whatever.
You know, I felt attacked when Bridgette told me I was an alcoholic.
What do you mean, an alcoholic?
An alcoholic, someone who's addicted to alcohol.
No, I mean, I thought Bridgette told you to stop smoking weed. What does being an alcoholic have to do with anything?
Well, quitting weed was my decision. It wasn't because she told me to quit weed, so.
I'm confused. You told me you weren't an alcoholic because you never drank alone.
Well, turns out getting blackout drunk multiple times a week makes you an alcoholic, even if it's in front of a bunch of people.
I didn't realize it was that bad. Why didn't you tell me about it? It hurts that you didn't tell me about being an alcoholic and quitting weed and all of that stuff.
I'm sorry. I tried for months to quit, and I didn't want to tell you over text. It was just too big of an issue, and I was scared to meet up with you because, you know, you would offer to smoke weed, so I just had to.
Ugh, you pressure everyone you hang out with, don't you? No wonder they were avoiding you. Is that why you kept saying you were busy when I would ask to hang out the last couple months?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I feel really guilty about that. I mean, but I really had to do this for myself. I hope you don't hate me.
No, I could never hate you. I feel sad that you didn't trust me enough to tell me. And I feel like I've been a bad friend because I pushed you to do drugs.
No, this has been an issue. Like, my addiction has been an issue for a long time, probably since college.
But I made it worse.
No, it got worse when Jenn committed suicide. It's not you. I'm not mad at you. Why are you so worried about this? I'm not mad at you, I swear.
I still should have been a good enough friend to notice that you had a problem.
I think it's because, well, people did ignore how drunk I got because I was so fun. I joke around and tell them how much I love them. But it would have been different if I tried to drive or I started fights. Bridgette noticed how many drinks I would drink because, you know, her parents, they were alcoholics. So, yeah, that's what happened.
I'm still sorry I didn't notice. And I'm sorry if I made it harder for you to quit it all.
Sorry you didn't know. I'm sorry I didn't bring it up earlier. So sorry.
It's okay. You were scared to bring something big up. I get that. Can I give you a hug?
Yeah, I'd like that.
Oh, this sappy shit is so boring. I'm going to try to haunt Bridgette inside. It's much easier when y'all are alone.
So, did Bridgette give you a hot mess of an intervention too?
I wouldn't really call it an intervention, but she did tell me I had issues to resolve, and so I had to face my issues.
What did she say to finally change your mind?
Well, nothing she said actually changed my mind. I mean, no amount of logic would have.
But you did quit. Something must have convinced you.
I'm not proud of that.
Whatever it is, I can guarantee you I've done worse.
Okay, well, I don't know the full story, but apparently one night I stumbled into our apartment at 3 a.m. and I fell. And by the time that Bridgette got up, she found me in a pool of my own vomit in the middle of the living room.
Oh my God, that's awful. You guys have carpet.
Mm-hmm. bath from the pool of my own puke. She changed my clothes. She cleaned my face. She tucked me into bed, and oh, and she also used that cat spray that she uses to clean the furniture. It really works. And all the while, like, she had to go to work at 6 a.m. to do some big presentation or whatever corporate shit.
She must have gotten so mad.
No, she didn't get mad at all.
Really? She didn't even yell or ask you to pay her back for that carpet cleaner or anything?
No. I actually wish she got mad at me, you know? And Bridgette just said she was happy that I was safe. Bridgette being so nice created this vacuum in my head, like the anger that I expected from her, I gave to myself. And I had this voice telling me that I should feel ashamed and all I was good for was making a mess and that no one loved me. And I wanted to drink again. But I realized how bad of an idea that was. I just saw that thought and I stepped outside of myself. I didn't want to make Bridgette clean my messes anymore. And I realized that whenever I hurt myself, I hurt the people around me too.
I thought addiction was like, I don't know, a chemical dependency. I didn't realize you also had a voice telling you you're shitty.
I mean, it could be a chemical dependency for some, but for me, it was a voice, and because of that voice that hated me, I wanted to numb the pain. And so when I stopped hating myself and I was mindful of that voice, I just stopped believing that I should treat myself poorly and also not get that from other people, just not accept that anymore. So that's what happened. It changed. Everything changed.
It sounds like you were really punishing yourself. Why were you doing that? You're like the nicest person I know.
So, I really blamed myself for Jenn's suicide.
No, Sunni, that was not your fault.
I just wish I could have been there for her, you know? People wouldn't really commit suicide if they had a good support system, and I wasn't there.
That's not your fault. It was my fault she killed herself.
That's not true.
Do I smell the scent of self-blame? Oh, you two are so much easier than Rich.
It was my fault. I'm the reason. I did something terrible to her.
No, once you say it, you can't unsay it. They'll never look at you the same way again. And then they'll tell Bridge, and then they'll out you on the internet, and everyone will know how awful you are. Everyone will punish you, not just me.
I can't even get myself to say it.
I thought it was my fault.
Oh! How long were you lurking there, you fucking creep?
Sneak up at people at night in the woods.
I thought you were Dick Nutty coming to get us.
I thought I'd join the convo. I guess I'll just wander.
I'm sorry for freaking out.
Where'd you go anyway?
I went to the lake to blow off some steam. I'm so sorry that I got so upset.
It's okay. I'm already over it.
I just feel like after everything that happened with Jenn, I don't want that to happen again.
You get it.
And I don't want you thinking that it's your fault either, Sunni. You know, like, how she felt wasn't your responsibility.
That doesn't make any sense.
Isn't it my job as her friend to help her feel better?
You can be there for her, but you can't make her feel anything. If Jenn didn't want to feel better, Sunni, there's really nothing you could have done.
You weren't there for me.
But I wasn't there for her.
No, Sunny, I wasn't there for her, okay? I probably could have avoided all of this from happening.
What are you talking about?
She called me the night it happened.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
She probably knew that I was usually awake at that time, but that night I don't even remember why anymore. I was just tired and slept through all the messages, slept through all the calls. And when I woke up in the morning, it was too late.
You couldn't have known what would happen. You just needed some sleep.
I know that now. I do, but I mean, even now I lose sleep because I'm worried that I need to be awake because you guys might need me for something.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Why are they blaming themselves when it's obviously your fault?
Bridge, when you found me on the night of my last binge, were you already awake?
Yeah.
You told me I woke you.
I didn't want to worry you. It's gotten a lot better. It has, but sometimes it's still difficult to fall asleep, you know? Like my body won't let go. Like somehow if I'm awake, then I have control over everything.
I think I'm the opposite. After everything happened with Jenn, I needed to feel like nothing was in my control to be okay. It's part of why I got into all this spiritual stuff. I thought about getting religious, but I felt nervous going into a church full of old straight people.
Well, that's why my drinking got worse too. I needed to give in to something else.
It felt easier to accept things as they were if I thought, oh, Jenn was this way because she was a Scorpio. Or everything's going wrong because Mercury's in retrograde. It took out the need for me to make any decisions in my life that could be the wrong ones. I sometimes even used tarot cards to decide what to eat for lunch.
Your life is never gonna change though if you wait for Mercury to be in the microwave.
Sunny has a point. I know I struggle to let things go, but you're gonna keep feeling more and more awful if all you do is sit around waiting for the stars to align.
I bet they wouldn't want to help you if they knew what you did to me. How am I supposed to take control of my life if I hurt people when I do?
What do you mean by that?
Nothing. It's nothing.
Luna, whatever it is, just tell us. We won't be mad.
I bet they'll react exactly the way I did. It's not your business. I can deal with it by myself.
Okay. Luna, I wanted you to come out and say it on your own terms, but I don't think I can wait for you anymore. I know what happened between you and Jenn.
What?
Ooh, you're in trouble.
What do you mean?
The sexual assault stuff. Jenn told me a week after it happened.
Why didn't you bring this up earlier?
Well, when she first told me, she was trying to convince me to cancel you. And I told her, well, I've known you since I was 6. I wouldn't just ghost my best friend without at least having a conversation with you first. You know, it just seemed off. Like, you wouldn't do that. Like, you literally would ask permission to give a hug. You know, but before I could talk to you in person, Jenn already, you know, So, I want to ask, Luna, is it true?
Maybe they'll drop it if you play dumb.
I don't know.
You don't know.
I mean, half the time I'm not sure it was sexual assault.
Are you saying that Jenn was lying?
No, that's not it. It's just, I didn't think what happened between us counted. I told Jenn she could tell me to stop at any time when we were hooking up. But maybe I didn't check in enough. Or maybe I should have looked for a more enthusiastic yes, but I thought she was enthusiastic. I don't know. I just wanted her to feel good. I didn't want to hurt her. But maybe I pushed her into it without realizing. I don't know.
Likely story.
I can't believe you're gaslighting me. I tolerated this with my abusive ex-boyfriend, but I can't handle this from my own best friend.
I'm not trying to gaslight you.
Look at her. Lying to your face.
I don't know. I don't know how to make this right, Luna.
Look, I know nothing I say can make it right. I go over it in my head all the time and I can't figure out where I went wrong.
I mean, Luna, it doesn't sound like you actually intended
And
to.
she texted me that I assaulted her. And then 2 weeks later she's dead, and so that's why I'm pretty sure her death is my fault. I can't even get myself to date people anymore. Like, what am I supposed to say to them? The last person I was with, I accidentally raped them and then they killed themselves.
Maybe not the first date.
It's all I think about. I feel like such an awful person all of the time. And then you come to me and you say that I need to see a therapist? I violated my best friend. How am I supposed to live with myself knowing that I am a trademarked bad person now? The only reason I haven't killed myself yet is because I deserve to be alive, to feel all of this pain that I've caused. I don't deserve to heal. I deserve to be punished.
Luna, you know that that is not true.
And I didn't want to get away with it or lie by omission or anything. It's just when I apologized to Jenn, nothing I said seemed to be good enough. And I was so scared that you were going to react the same way. I'm so sorry.
Luna, you apologized?
Yeah?
Jenn told me you didn't apologize. That was her whole argument for kicking you out of the friend group.
Well, that's not true. Do you want to see my texts?
Is that okay?
Yeah, let me find them.
Do you want to see the text too?
No. I don't think I can handle reading text from Jenn at this moment.
That's fair.
Okay, start reading right there, Sunny.
I don't know if this will help. But even if you may have done something awful, I still think you deserve to heal. Like you said, with ward vets, like, they get PTSD not from just seeing traumatic shit. They do traumatic shit. And in fact, you're more likely to get PTSD if you have shame about your actions.
I can see that.
And you're not a bad person just because you made some mistakes, you know? Like, okay, I know that you think Tanya and I are like the perfect couple, but we cross each other's boundaries too sometimes.
Really?
Of course. I personally think it's impossible not to hurt somebody when you get close to them. What matters is how you pick up the pieces and make it up to them. Like with Tanya. She, every time I brought something up, she would beat herself up about it. And that helped nobody. It made her feel worse, and it made me feel bad about it. Suddenly I felt like I was in this position where I needed to comfort her when I needed to be comforted about something.
I never thought of it like that.
And personally, I feel like labeling yourself a bad person, it takes away your agency to learn from your mistakes and be better in the future.
I just don't know what I could have done better. I thought I made her feel safe. I mean, we were friends. If anyone was gonna make her feel safe, it was gonna be me, right?
That's it? What? Jenn barely said anything. She just said, I realized what you did to me was sexual assault, and I don't want to be your friend anymore. And the rest of this is just you apologizing over and over again.
Maybe she blocked me before she saw my messages, or maybe I didn't apologize the right way.
Yeah, that sounds right. You're the problem. I didn't do anything wrong.
I think she fucking lied to me. Why would she fucking lie to me and kill herself?
Sunni, are you okay?
God, this is exactly how it was like when Hunter fucking lied to me and cheated on me, and it's just like, I'm such a fucking idiot. I believe everyone.
Everyone's always lying to you.
God, why would she lie about why would she lie about that? I can't, this is so big, I don't
Sunni,
even know how,
Sunni.
Everyone's just,
You're not an idiot, okay?
I don't even know if she saw Bigfoot at all.
You just weren't listening to your gut, all right?
Oh, great, another way that my ideas didn't help with anything.
Okay, you weren't listening to your intuition. You didn't want to see the truth in the moment. It happens to all of us.
I don't know who to believe anymore. Everyone lied to me. You lied, Jenn lied, Luna even lied badly. I just can't trust anyone.
Wow. What a double standard.
You lied too.
I was scared.
We were all scared. Do you think that I would lie to you if I thought you'd be totally okay with what I did?
Now you know what it's like.
Oh God, is this how Jenn felt when she told me about it and I sided with you, the person who hurt her? I just can't
Let's
even.
take a break, huh? Let's take a break.
What do you mean, take a break? You can't take a break in the middle of a conversation.
You can if somebody is actively triggered.
I'm sorry for flipping out, guys. I'm just so embarrassed.
Let's do a breathing technique, Sunni. Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, it's okay, Sunni. Do you want a hug?
I just want to feel bad right now. Thank you.
Well, I'm definitely putting a curse on Hunter later.
All right. Let's all sit down. You too, Luna. I think we should all do this.
All right. Kind of weird, but I guess I'll join.
Close your eyes and follow after me. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. Maintain this rhythm and focus on your breathing.
What the hell is this? You think you can just breathe and suddenly everyone's going to stop being mad? Come on, you know how this works. You just told them the worst thing you've ever done. They're probably too nice to call you an asshole.
If you have any thoughts, acknowledge them and let them go.
Well, I'm dead, so I don't care about niceties.
Imagine your thoughts like cars on the highway.
Hey, asshole!
Watch them pass. Don't try to chase them.
Why aren't you listening to me?
And if you're stuck on a particularly difficult thought, use your breathing to anchor you to the moment.
Hey, asshole!
Can you please stop? I'm in the middle of something.
No, I'm not going to stop you, asshole.
We will continue this conversation later.
Oh, but
Later.
oh, but I'm mad!
I acknowledge that you're mad, but right now I want to focus on my breathing.
Fine!
2, 3, 4, out. 2, 3, 4. Allow your mind to wander. Internally. Allow yourself to return to your normal breathing pattern.
I feel better.
You can stop if you like.
Yeah, I'd like to keep talking.
That's nice. It's sort of like a meditation. Where'd you learn that?
Oh, my therapist has me do it sometimes when I get too riled up.
I didn't realize you do breathing exercises in therapy.
Sorry about saying that earlier.
It's okay. We were talking about some heavy shit. I'm sorry if I pushed you. I feel like there's no way for me to get past this. And I wish I could ask Jenn her side of it. Did she mention anything to you, Sunni?
She didn't get into any detail. She just said that after you hooked up, she realized she didn't want to.
Where did I go wrong? I really didn't want to hurt her. I swear I'm not lying.
I'm sorry I accused you of lying. I know you're not lying. You don't even have a good poker face when you play Uno.
Luna, I don't know what you did. And from the sounds of it, neither do you. And without Jenn here, it's impossible for us to know what actually happened. But no matter what happened, no matter what you may have done, you still deserve to heal.
I don't feel like I could heal unless Jenn was here to forgive me.
It's just not possible.
You think I don't know that?
Even if she was alive, you don't even know if she'll even forgive you.
Yeah, I guess so.
And how would you move on if that's the case?
I don't know.
I mean, therapy could help.
Bridgette, now is not the time.
I'm just trying to say, beating yourself up, that isn't helping anybody. It's just hurting yourself and those around you.
It doesn't feel right that you're being so nice to me. I fucked up. I don't matter.
I mean, so you fucked up. I mean, we all fucked up. We all hurt Jenn. It doesn't mean you deserve to die.
You don't want to cancel me?
No. Come on, I love you too much for that, Luna. You're practically my sister. I don't want to break apart my family anymore.
That's a good point. Have you ever considered reaching out to Jen's family? Maybe they can give you the closure you're looking for?
I never met her family.
I don't think that's a good idea, actually. When we met them, you remember Jen's mom? She just smacked Jen's butt and said, "It's my ass. I can do whatever I want with it."
What the fuck?
And she kept pushing me to eat, even when I said no over and over again.
Ugh, my mom does that too. It's so annoying.
I mean, she told me that I could get over my IBS if I just kept eating, and I'm like, gee, Karen, I didn't know that I could gaslight myself out of a medical condition.
I mean, honestly, I'm surprised she didn't try to move out sooner.
Jen never liked rocking the boat. I can see why now.
Her dad, and he also like had these creepy vibes. Like he was like checking us out a little bit, I think, and he touched my back in a way that I really didn't like. So just maybe not.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
You don't think he ever tried anything, do you?
I
Hey,
don't
Jen.
even want to think about that.
Fuck that. I am not supporting those assholes. They remind me of my parents too much.
In what way?
They don't respect us. And like, why would Jenn bother speaking up if she was used to no one listening to her? Like, maybe she lied about me not apologizing because she didn't think you'd believe her? Maybe she wanted to make sure you'd take her seriously because no one else in her life fucking did.
That would explain a lot.
It's like, Jenn and I, we were both scared of saying the truth.
Jen Jenn was probably going through so much more than we thought.
I think we both wanted to people please so much that it ended up hurting us both.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of makes sense. Jenn's parents didn't exactly instill her with the confidence to assert boundaries or speak up for herself. I genuinely don't think she knew she had autonomy over her own body.
I feel bad for getting mad at her earlier too.
Sunny, it's okay, you didn't know.
Maybe her death wasn't really all my fault.
Well, that's what I've been telling you this whole fucking time.
I just, I don't know.
Is there any thoughts that you're stuck on?
I don't know.
You know, it's okay if you think you're a bad person, you know?
Okay, yeah. Like, what am I supposed to do with this? There's this voice in my head, and it's telling me that I'm a bad person all of the time.
Luna, I promise you, that voice isn't real.
But it feels real. It feels like Jenn's ghost is haunting me all the time and calling me an asshole.
I can tell you from personal experience that that voice is bullshit.
What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to not listen to it?
Yeah, pretty much.
But it's so loud sometimes.
Okay, maybe that's a gross oversimplification. My therapist will sometimes have me listen to the voice, but not take it serious. You know, like, hear what it wants without trying to fight against it. Like, have a dialogue with it. So maybe the next time this happens, you remember the breathing technique, you know? You sit with the thoughts, but you don't let them take you over. You just let them pass.
How am I supposed to sit with these thoughts without getting scared when they tell me that I'm a bad person and I'm better off dead?
Luna, you're not a bad person just because your thoughts say you are.
I know.
You aren't your thoughts. And the sooner that you can separate yourself from that voice, the sooner you can start having a dialogue with it.
Of course, the thoughts would seem scary, but the more you hide them, the more it has power over you. Your thoughts won't kill you, but doing things to avoid your thoughts will kill you. Oh, fucking finally!
Starting.
Time for Perseus to come all over my face.
Oh my god.
Oh, wow. Oh my god. Huh. Love this.
This has been so much effort. But it's nice being together, you know?
Yeah.
It's nice trauma bonding with you guys.
Yeah, it was.
I don't think that means what you think it means.
What does it mean?
It's complicated, but trauma bonding is an abuse tactic. It doesn't mean bonding over trauma.
I feel like queers are always bonding over trauma. I feel like that's a better definition, right?
I'm sorry, psychologists got dibs, I guess.
Okay. Well, at least we're codependent.
Oh my god, Sunny, that's not a good thing either.
I have no idea what's going on.
I'll explain it later.
Did you think you could get rid of me that easily? You know, have a nice little talk with your friends, do a little breathing exercise, and then poof, I'm gone. Well, it's going to take a lot more than that. When you're alone in the dark, I'll whisper in your ear. I'll tell you the truth, even when they won't. You'll be stuck with me until you finally leave this world. Are you listening to me? Hello, I'm talking to you. Hey, asshole!
please leave me alone? No. Then I'm gonna ignore you until you go away.
Oh yeah, because telling yourself to don't think about it is the best way to stop thinking about something.
Why are you always bullying me?
Because you're a shitty person who deserves it.
What do you want from me?
I want you to die.
Is that the only way to get rid of you?
Yes, I am you, so yeah. I guess so.
Well, I don't want to die, so obviously you're not me.
Oh, come on, it would be such a relief. You wouldn't have to deal with your shitty job cleaning up accidents on linoleum tile under blaring fluorescent lights while screaming dog moms ask you where the puppy pads are. Saving money for eternity so you wouldn't have to deal with your shitty parents. All while trying to work to survive on this shitty burning planet we all agree is a lost cause anyway. It could all just stop. Doesn't that sound nice?
So you're telling me to kill myself because you care about me?
Yes. I probably care more about you than anyone else.
People who care about me don't tell me to do things I don't want to do. If I wanted to die, I would have drowned myself in that lake an hour ago.
Come on, what's the point in living?
Richie!
I don't care what you say. We're not calling a fucking murderer to our campsite. What the fuck?
And miss out on meeting the Dick Nutting? When you get an opportunity like this in life, Richie!
People are trying to sleep, Bridgette.
I'm sorry, when have you ever cared about people sleeping at night? Scream Queen of San Francisco?
I don't have that size. Come on.
Really? Oh! Go all the way to the wrist!
Asshole, we got
My friends are a pretty good reason to live.
They're not your friends. They secretly hate you.
They've spent, I don't know how long trying to convince me that I'm not awful. And I couldn't do that for someone like Hunter, for example.
They just don't want to be guilty for your death too. They don't actually want you here.
They begged me to come on this trip.
Just be nice.
So you agree they're nice?
Well, any strangers can be polite. It doesn't mean they like you.
They could have easily kept this trip a secret if they didn't want me here.
Well, I just wanted to ambush you without intervention.
Why would you set up an intervention for someone you don't give a shit about?
I don't know.
Why do you distrust them so much?
Why do you? I'm just a projection of your thoughts.
Honestly, I probably couldn't trust what anyone said to me after what happened between us. I mean, not you, but Jenn.
I am Jenn,
I don't think you are.
so I'm not you and I'm not Jenn. And who am I?
I don't know, but Jenn was never that mean. I loved her. I loved you so much. And I don't think I could possibly love someone who's such an asshole.
I would stop being nice to someone if they fucking raped me.
Bridgette and Sunni forgave me.
No, they feel as guilty as you do. I guess assholes stick together.
Jenn was always there to help us when we needed it. She always wanted us to be happy, and she'd beat herself up if she ever hurt us. She baked a cake every time she misgendered Sunni, and I remember they had to ask you to stop because they couldn't digest all that processed sugar. God, one time someone gave you a fender bender and you apologized to them.
I guess you made me snap. You turned me evil.
I bet if Jenn had survived, she would probably apologize for trying to kill herself.
Too bad there's no way you'll ever know.
I bet Jenn also had a mean voice in her head just like you. I always felt like deep down we were the same. I don't know if we were born with a chemical imbalance or if we got fucked up from our parents. I don't think that matters anymore. But I think you were torturing her too. I think you're the reason she died, and not me.
Blaming the victim, I see.
No, I'm not blaming Jenn. I'm not blaming anyone. There were so many factors that led up to her death. I don't think her mental health was any one person's fault. I wouldn't blame her for mine, that's for sure. But I do wish she was here to forgive me. I think that would help me feel a lot better.
Well, there's nothing you can do about that, is there?
I guess I could imagine that she would forgive me. Like, maybe I don't need a Ouija board to know what she would say.
So you're just gonna make it all up. Then it wouldn't be real.
I'm already making up what she would say.
What I say is realistic.
Is it though? I never heard Jenn talk the way you do. She was always funny and compassionate and giving. And it would be a disservice to her memory to imagine her treating me like this. And my friends didn't even react the way you said they would.
Oh, but I'm not psychic.
No, you're a liar and a bully. And I'm not going to believe you anymore.
But I'm just doing what you want me to do.
What do you mean?
You wanted to be punished. I thought the more I punished you, the better you would feel. And if I screamed at you louder, you couldn't possibly hurt someone again. This was how I could keep you safe. I've been doing it for so long, I don't even know how to stop. I just don't even know what else I can do.
Well, I guess you weren't lying when you said you cared about me. I think it's time we stop being so mean to each other.
What are you talking about?
I don't want you to punish me anymore. I want to forgive myself. And Jenn's not here to do it, so it looks like I have to.
Okay.
Jenn, I'm so sorry for what happened between us. I really didn't want to make you feel uncomfortable. I should have stopped. If I had known how you felt, I would have. And if you were still here, I would do whatever you needed to make it up to you. I hope we can still be friends. This is the part where you say you forgive me.
This feels weird and awkward.
Yeah, it does. Can you at least try it out, though?
I don't know if I have it in me to forgive you so fast, but I'm sorry for ghosting, now literally and metaphorically, and for trying to get Sunni against you, and for how much I hurt all of you when I left.
I forgive you.
Remember when Sunni said they felt like they were on autopilot before they went to therapy? I think I was on autopilot too. I was hurt so much in my life that I didn't think anybody would listen to me, so I never spoke up. I thought it was safer to go along with what everyone else wanted and to make them happy, no matter how much I didn't want to. I thought everyone was out to hurt me, and even if we weren't safe as you,
I really did not want to hurt you.
I used to admire you because you always spoke up for yourself and others. I wished I was more like you.
I remember when you told me that. It meant a lot.
Our last conversation, I was trying to speak up for myself, and it was really scary. I felt so overwhelmed.
I know. You've been through so much.
Do you hate me?
No, I still love you even after everything. You must have felt so desperate back then. I understand.
I wish I was here with you.
I wish you were here with us too. I hope you're feeling okay wherever you are now. Can I give you a hug? You're sure? Because there's no pressure. You don't have to hug me if you don't want to.
Yes, I'd really like one. Don't worry. They always said you gave the best hugs.
Come and sit with us. Watch the meteors. So quiet here.
Yeah, I love how peaceful it is.
Hey, so I was thinking maybe I might consider going to therapy.
Oh.
Oh my god, don't look so smug. I'm not gonna go start looking for a therapist tomorrow or anything, but I'll think about it.
Oh, Luna, that's great. What made you change your mind?
Part of it is seeing how well you're both doing, but I don't know. There's also a part of me that wonders if Jenn might still be here if she had seen someone for her problems.
It's possible. I mean, most people who do end up committing, they just don't have access to mental health resources.
So sad.
I have to face the fact that I have some scary and awful thoughts sometimes, and I can't deal with them by myself anymore. But I don't want to hurt you both like Jenn did. Even if we stop being friends for some reason, I don't want to do that to anyone. Not my parents, not my dogs, not even my fucking coworkers at fucking PetSmart. It's easy to not care about myself, but it is a lot harder to hurt the people I love a lot.
And I just don't want you to think that you can't approach us for help. You know, like, I love helping you. You're not a burden just because you're struggling. Just keep in mind that I'm struggling too. And I can't always carry us both.
I get that. I don't think any person could carry themselves and everyone else and still be okay.
Well, your back would get so buff though.
I'm still working on my guilt in therapy, but everybody tells me it's not my fault. It just doesn't sink in.
I thought therapy, cured you. You made it sound like it did.
No. There really isn't a cure for brain stuff. Therapy helps, do not get me wrong. But, I don't know, some nights I still feel like I could have saved her.
You couldn't have known that, even if she was alive. Even if you were awake.
Yeah. I guess she needed professional help, you know? And we just couldn't make her see it. She didn't want to feel better, and nothing I could have done.
I just realized I never looked through the telescope.
Oh my god, please, yeah, go ahead.
I mean, it's so cool.
Wow, that's Saturn.
Yep.
I can see the rings and everything.
Yep. I love me that telescope.
Wow, that's Saturn. It's not a picture of Saturn, it's real life Saturn hanging out in the void of space, and I'm seeing it with my own eyes.
You know, it's weird to bring up, but I don't believe in God. But, I don't know. Sometimes when I look out at the stars and bask at the vastness, I feel connected to it. Or him, or her, them, or... Okay, the pronouns are really the side story in this.
I mean, I never really felt comfortable about how they taught God in church, but I do like to believe that there's a little bit of God in everyone, and And the closer you get to people, the closer you get to God.
Wow. Sunny, that's beautiful. I love that.
So grateful to have you two as friends.
We're so grateful to have you here with us.
I wish Jenn was here with us. Me too. Even though she could be a vindictive asshole. Hey!
Scorpios, am I right?
Maybe she would have liked this. Maybe she would have gotten better. Yeah. Maybe.
Meteors in the sky.
Terrified of what's inside.